debate since 2007. He has not abandoned his vision and mission and zeal to become the president of the Republic of Ghana since 2007. It tells you that he has a vision and he has something to offer which he really wants to offer to the country. And you see that it is not just about him being the president alone. On the two occasions that he even lost his presidential bid at the primary level, he still continued to support whichever candidate that was elected or nominated by the party to represent the party, to make sure that the party wins. Because if we are in power, though it may not be direct as the president, he still can channel his efforts to assist Ghana achieve or realize the vision he has for the country. Unfortunately, like you said, he lost the last election bid, and then we lost the election too. So this cycle offers him an opportunity to represent himself, to make sure that this time he becomes a flag bearer and wins, so that the party will win, and then together we can realize his vision. Not his vision alone as a person, but what is aligned to the vision of the party and the future development of Ghana. That we who share in his vision, you see us here. There are many more, except that today that we are picking the forms, we cannot afford to bring everybody. But on the day of presentation and during the campaign period, which we promise to have a very clean campaign, you'll see us. That's all from the start. Because when people say looking at his performance in the last election, of course, yes, election is a win or lose. Even if you lost by one margin, you lost. And you see the people that he was contesting against, Kwabena has been a member of this party, like he said. As far back as 2007, he has declared his wish to become the flag bearer of the party. He became a general secretary of the party. And sometimes you know what happened. At the point in time, he had to stay behind. But the good thing about Kwabena is that his integrity has never failed the test, right? His commitment to the party, and even the period for which he was a suspended general secretary, he still saw himself as a member of the party and did everything to support the party. You see, but because he was not in the forefront, but when you look at the other candidates, for example, our former presidential candidate, he has been in the news for the past 16 years. Even when we were in opposition, he was one time our vice president nominee. So he had to be discussed over the period during campaign. He became president, vice president, and for another 8 years, he was always in the news for the right or wrong reasons, because he was still the vice president. So certainly, somebody who was once a general secretary or suspended had to sit back. You don't expect that he will have the same exposure as a DC. But look, we are not looking for people who are famous to lead the party, people who are well known, but we want people who are popular, who are known and loved by the party, right? When you go down there, all those who know Kwabena love him for a reason. He sacrifices, he's disciplined, and he's a man of integrity. And they know that if you give him the country to run, he's going to run it with engineering precision. I don't know, sometimes people say, oh, Kwabena, we wish you were the chairman. We wish you were the chairman. Why would they want him to be the chairman? They realize the good thing in him and how he can develop and hold things together, especially when we want to fight for victory. It is only the party that can deliver a candidate who will win the elections for us to win as a party and form a government. And if they are seeing the good in him, to be able to build a party which will, of course, give birth to a government, then it tells you that if you made the head of the government, which you want him to bring, he can lead and lead.